Couple of minutes, okay. I felt moved to share this with you all, because I think this notion of daring to dream is a really important one, and what I'm about to say borrows heavily from someone who I'm very inspired by. He's a Nigerian philosopher and strategic consultant called Frank Ikemefune, and it also builds on what I said at my opening remarks at the Amos Gala in June. And I guess the title of this talk or speech is Darkness is the Birthplace of Audacious Dreams. And I think for a long time, especially in the Western hemisphere, we seem to understand this concept of darkness. We assume darkness is the interruption, but darkness is actually the default state of almost everything. It is actually light as the intervention. It remains an undocumented occupant of that room. It's only the moment the light goes off that you realize darkness was always there with you. And this realization completely changed the way I see life. If you go back to the creation story, the beginning of time, the first description we are given is not of light, it's of darkness. And God didn't panic in the middle of it. He brooded. He stayed there long enough to imagine what could come out of it. And I personally find that remarkable, because before God spoke creation into existence, he first imagined a world that didn't yet exist. Which makes me wonder whether one of the greatest acts of faith is simply having the audacity to imagine something beyond your present circumstances, to dare to dream before there is any evidence your dream can become reality. Which leads me to another realization. We underestimate the possibility that darkness carries. Think about it. Every human being begins in a dark room. A seed disappears into dark soil before it springs forth as a tree. The most important stages of growth often happen where nobody can see you. We live in a generation that craves visibility, announcements, and recognition immediately, but some things are damaged when they're exposed too early, and dreams are one of them. Some dreams need darkness before they can withstand daylight. The deeper I thought about darkness, the more I realized that darkness also has a relationship with depth. Think of the ocean. It becomes darker the deeper it gets. The deeper you go, the more you discover fascinating creatures that have adapted to survive incredible pressures. And these bigger questions of life, whether that's purpose, calling, and identity, often take us to places where we don't always have the answers. Yet those are often the very places where our biggest dreams are born. I did have much more to say, but I'm going to stop there.